Well, here we come with Varla Jean Merman, back in town again.
Oh,
How
yes.
are
I'm so excited.
you? You are good. You got everybody excited here in
Oh,
L.A.
good.
Especially West Hollywood.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the boys are coming.
Opening. They certainly are coming more ways than one, darling. Believe
Skippy.
me. Ooh, darling. Well, you're just incredible.
Oh, thank
You
you.
just had that audience in the palm of your hand, eating
it was
out of
fun.
there. You had a good time, it seems.
I did. I had a great time.
This theater is just a fun theater, isn't it?
Oh, it's a fantastic theater, the Renberg Theater at the LA Gay and Lesbian Center. But it's fantastic. It's beautiful because it's intimate, but it has plenty of seats to get them all in there, and the beautiful lights and beautiful white baby grand.
Crisp there. Quentin Crisp.
Oh, you did?
His last performance, he was there. He was so good. Oh, God, I missed him so.
You know, I've never seen Quentin Crisp.
You what?
I've never seen
Barrett.
Quentin Crisp. I know, I'm sorry.
You naughty girl. Naughty girl. He was so wonderful. Oh, God. Tell me about your show. What is a new material? What's the name of the show now?
The show is called All Washed Up.
What do you mean by all washed up?
Well, all
Clean?
washed up. I've cleaned up my life. Yes, Skippy. I had actually the last time I was in L.A., I went to a barbecue restaurant, which I will not say the name on the air. I don't need another lawsuit. But I had a catfish po' boy. And I got so sick for 3, 4, 5 days. I was so sick. I had to be rushed to the hospital. We had to cancel shows. But then on the internet, people began saying that I had died.
You're kidding.
It's worse than being dead.
I think I heard about this.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And so, oh, my dress is coming down. I didn't zip it.
Why not? Oh, that's okay.
Oh, well, anyway, where were we? Oh, so I went to the hospital, the whole thing, but people wrote on the internet that I had died, and then people were calling the theater wanting their money back for the tickets because they thought I had died. I know, they could have sent flowers. They wanted their money back. Anyway.
All watched up.
So this is about like changing your life and realizing what you have done excessively and trying to veer back to the path.
But you come out and cleaning, washing your hands and all
Well,
that.
you know, you
Tell
have
me
to
that stuff you're
transfer.
using.
I know, that's Purell.
Is it?
You transfer one addiction to another. No booze, and you start cleaning your hands. Oh,
And you even clean the audience. You even try to clean the audience.
well, just on the first row.
They were so good. Oh, they just
great.
loved you. What an audience. Not only men in the audience, they had women in the audience.
I know. I get a very mixed crowd. You know, especially I've noticed. I've been going usually I've just performed in gay bars and things, and it's been a lot of gay men, obviously. But lately, I noticed I get like almost half women, not half women, but...
you get a lot.
Yeah, a third, maybe.
They're coming.
You know, when I was in London, it was a lot, we got a lot of women. A lot of women.
Tell me about London. You were in London, but the day you went, tell me about the day.
I know, I left on September 10th.
September 10th?
Horrible. From Newark at like 9:30 that evening. So we fly on the plane and we get to Heathrow, and I'm with my friend, and we get out, and I look on the TV, and I see a plane flying to the World Trade Center. Now, and I just assume, what is this?
Right,
so we keep walking, you know. The next TV, you know, there's like smoke, and so we just were transfixed, and it was such a strange time to be out of the country because you thought, oh my God, because I'm from New York.
Of course.
I need to go home, but, you know, I shouldn't go home.
Same thing happened to me with Kennedy when he died.
Oh,
he
really?
got killed. The same thing in London. Go ahead.
And isn't it a strange feeling?
Right.
Of like almost, it's many strange feelings, but one, you also feel like you're not a part of it and you need to be there to, and you just feel so left out and weird. It's just a strange feeling.
But the English people, tell me the reaction.
Fantastic. And the theater that we are at called the Soho Theater, they were so fantastic and sweet to us, and they knew that it was a very, you know, traumatic thing and to be away from the country. Nobody knew what was going to happen at that point either. I mean, we still do not know, but it was such, no one knew what to do, and they were so wonderful to us, and they're really very supportive, and you know, the English people were so great. I mean, everyone was so sweet.
What was the show called? Same thing?
No, this is the show I did here last,
okay.
The Very Worst of Varla Jean Merman.
What's that all about, the very worst? What do you mean, the very worst?
Well, it is my greatest hits, but I'm an optimistic person, so if the best is yet to come, then that means all the material I've already done is going to be
Ethel Merman. Where does this Ethel Merman come in? Come on, Varla Jean Merman.
Well, Skippy, as you know, I'm the illegitimate daughter of Ethel Merman and Ernest Borgnine, but I'm not allowed to talk about them.
Why aren't you?
Another lawsuit.
Really?
I know, I'm kidding. I just don't want to test the waters. But, you know, I'm so excited in this show. Actually, my new show, I get a visit from my dead mother.
You certainly do.
Friday,
and that
Saturday,
lady,
and Sundays.
Who is that lady in the show?
Christine Zabornik. She's fantastic.
She does Ethel. Merman.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Hyper Ethel.
Oh, yes, she is. She really is dynamite. She really is.
Oh, Christine is fantastic, and she's done all kinds of shows in New York, and she's most known, I guess, recently for doing Forbidden Broadway.
Uh-huh.
She's on
That's
one of
right.
the
I
albums.
did see
Yes.
her in that show.
She's fantastic.
She is, really.
She's great.
She's a New Yorker, a real New Yorker.
Well, she's actually from Cleveland, but she's lived in New York for
How did you
25
get her
years.
to work with you?
I know. I owe her a lot. You know, we've worked together in New York. The first thing we did together, I was at Carnegie Hall in the recital hall, and we did a Christmas concert. And she did that with me. We do this great Christmas medley. It's just so fantastic. And that's where we started working together. But in fact, Christine had written a song called Surabaya Santa. And she had written it with Jason Robert Brown, who's a composer. Right. And I called her, not knowing her, saying, I would like to sing that song in my Christmas concert. And she said, no.
I love it.
So I said, well, I'm doing the show at Carnegie Hall, and you could be in the show if you let me sing that number.
Oh, great.
It worked.
London. Let's get back to London. Tell me, opening night. Oh, I hear you had a great.
We had a great crowd. We had Boy George there, who was fantastic.
Boy George, he came to opening night?
He did.
Oh, tell me about that.
I know, it was so nice. He was great. I had on less makeup than he did, though. No, he was fantastic. He was so sweet, and he wrote a wonderful column about the show. And a lot of people
He writes a column?
He writes a column.
Does he really?
Every Sunday in the, I don't know which newspaper it is, but he writes one every week.
What kind of guy is Boy George?
He seemed very quiet and reserved.
He is, isn't he? He's shy.
Very shy.
Yeah.
You know, and he had a picture. He had a bag, like a book bag, and it had Liza Minnelli's face on it. So I was like, I love that old bag, and that purse isn't bad either. He didn't find that funny.
Where do you get your material, darling?
Well, it depends. I mean, a lot of material. To tell you the truth, if I go out and have a drink and I'm sitting there while people are talking to me, I'm sitting there writing a show.
Are you really? That's clever. That's very good.
But I get it from different things. There is some very strange numbers in this show. The last show was very sort of the easy material that I came to test the waters in L.A.
Right.
And in this show, there's a little bit more dark and I guess I'd say risky material. But you know, they really
the audience loves it. They love it here in L.A.
Well.
They love it. The opening night. God, what an audience you had.
Very good.
They
yeah.
loved you. I had a woman sitting next to me. She was just laughing away, peeing her pants. I said, "Lady, are you all right?"
I hope she writes for a paper.
God, she was just, she was hysterical.
Oh,
She's
good.
never seen you, and she thought you were but she thought you were a real woman. She kept saying,
gosh.
a real woman. And, you know, but anyway, let's not talk about Jeffrey.
Yeah, don't get the camera too close.
How long have you been doing Varla, Jean Merman? How long have you been doing that?
You know, I started dressing outside of high school, I graduated '88. And
were you in drag in high school at all?
I did go to high school and drag
Did you really?
twice.
Did you really?
We did, because it was a boarding school. It was
a boarding school?
Well, for arts, math, and science. It was kind of a gifted and talented school. And, you know, we could get away, and we were away from our parents. And one day, my friend Chad, who lives in London now, as a matter of fact, we just decided to go to school in drag. You know, and no one said a word. Because they, you know, they were letting us be creative. And look what's happened.
I love it.
I'm actually very famous at the school now because, you know, it's sort of a kind of prestigious school, and here I am. Not that what I'm doing is not prestigious, but, you know, it's sort of
You're
well-known.
having fun, it seems.
Oh, I am. It's
Are
so
you really?
great. I cannot believe I get to do this. I mean, I get, you know, a lot of free time. I mean, and I get to write, and I've been a little busy lately, so I'm going to take some time off, actually, in January and try to write some new things.
What's kind of a day for you, Jean Merman? I mean, what time do you get up in the morning or in the afternoon?
I get up early.
Do you really?
I do.
You aim for the computer, or what do you do?
No,
What's your day like?
I get up and go to Starbucks every single day.
Do you really? Is it with the pants?
In West Hollywyod, every single day. You can catch
You bring
me
the
there
tape recorder and stuff like that?
I do,
with
and
you?
I think a lot just sitting out there. I can't sit at home and write. I have to be...
A lot of people don't do that. The youngies. The youngies today, like yourself, they love to go to Starbucks and hang around with coffee. I thought they're cruising or something, but they're not.
Yeah,
They're
we're writing. Skippy,
You're
we're writing.
You're right.
Trying to find a writing partner.
There's a number in your act that this lady just could not believe. She was pissing her pants. The number with the cheese thing.
Oh, that's one of my signature numbers.
Signature number.
I do it in every show.
You do.
Yes.
Let's see it. Let's show my
okay.
audience. I love to show this to my audience. It is a great number.
Oh, thank you.
And the cheese company must love you.
Well, actually, Nabisco is not very nice.
They aren't?
I think people were even boycotting Nabisco a few years ago.
Oh,
because they're not
okay.
But so I've tried to find a different brand, but Nabisco's the best.
Is the best?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Who knew that while other little girls were dreaming of Eric Estrada and Jodie Foster, she was dreaming of something not logical, but something flavorful, tangible, and digestible. In short, a miracle. A miracle of space-age compressed food product. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot do a show without my cheese. Ham sandwiches taste better when heating with a huge squirt of cheddar. Sleepwalking through a Swiss colony, dream a little dream of cheese. Look out! Gotcha! Say Camembert and kiss me. Rub my Roquefort and hug my whole party. Feta fetishes, a blue or a green. Dream a little dream of cheese. Liver and love linger all dear. I melt in your arms. I love to little dawn, dear. Make love to me in a Hickory Farms arms. Swiss cheese upon ricotta. Cream cheese isn't a cheese, but love it. Hey, I got it. Strong as Stilton or weak as Colby. Dream a little dream of cheese. I'm longing to linger till dawning. Make love to me with a sharp provolone. Visions of goodness, they dance in my head. 3 kinds of cheese make Velveeta spread. Aerosol cans for love and American squeeze. Dream a little dream of
Wow, that is Yuma Sumac. What a voice. Yuma Sumac. I'm telling you, not Maria Callas. Yuma Sumac, and those legs, they go all the way up.
You know.
You got legs, girl. I mean, I'm noted for the boy with the Betty Grable legs, but I'll tell you something. Vera Jean Merman, I mean, you kicked like... Did you study dancing?
I didn't. I just do step aerobics.
Oh, boy, you and Jacqueline Stallone. She does that, too.
I know.
She does that.
We're in class together.
Boy, are you kidding. I'll tell you. There is a number. Boy, you do in this show. It's kicking. And this thing. What happens to all that stuff? That just...
I swallow, Skippy.
You swallow it, really?
I do.
God, that's a lot of cheese, darling. Every performance?
Every performance.
Do you ever get sick?
When I had the food poisoning last time I was in
Right.
L.A.,
Right.
I could barely stand to do it. It just, but I crave it. In fact, I get the cheese and I have to keep it in the dressing room. If I keep it at home, I'll just sit there and I'll eat it all day. So
That's incredible. Your numbers are just...
I'm addicted.
You are. Tell me about growing up in New Orleans. Is that where you're from?
Yes.
Tell me about New Orleans.
Well, a great thing about New Orleans is that, and that's how the drag came about. There's so many parties and so many Mardi Gras about dressing up in costume. That's sort of where everything came from for me.
From New Orleans?
Yes, just
Yeah.
like, my parents, don't like it.
They don't accept it?
Well, my mother doesn't even know.
Still today?
Yes.
If I were Jean Merman, you're sitting
I
there
know.
telling me, Jeffrey, I won't say, you're telling me she doesn't know?
She doesn't. I think now, I did a special on HBO, so I think that I thought, oh, my mother will never see it because she doesn't even know who Madonna is. So, she doesn't. So then, but all my cousins my
know.
brother told me, they were just like all watching television. And there's, Uncle Jeff,
Uncle Jeff.
I know.
Isn't that wonderful?
So, but I think somebody may have told my mother, but, we just don't talk about it. We don't talk about many things.
I see. I see. Working with Lily Tomlin. Tell me, you worked with Lily Tomlin. Wonderful actress, wonderful comedian.
Oh, fantastic.
Generous lady on stage.
Amazing. And what a great, what a pro, too. She came in, we were all rehearsing for the event. She came in and had her lines memorized, got the script,
Was
had
it
her lines
Caged?
memorized.
Caged, or?
It was Caged, based on the movie.
Yeah.
And she played and she did it as Ernestine. I can't remember the name of the character she played, but she plays kind of the grande dame who comes in, who's going to take over the prison. And so I played the Eleanor Parker role, and at the end,
Eleanor Parker. People don't really know that name real, but
Can you believe
she's still alive. And I know her grandson.
She is still alive, right?
Yeah, she lives in Orange County.
Oh
no,
my
Palm
gosh.
Beach. Or Palm, Florida, somewhere. No, Palm Springs she lives. And she is just a great lady.
Oh, really?
When you mentioned that name just now, wow. I mean, people don't know that.
I
Anyway,
know.
go ahead.
Well, and people probably know her from, The Sound of Music, but
Right.
all of her early stuff, no one knows.
No, not at all.
But what a great role, because I got to be an innocent girl thrown in prison who ends up pregnant and then ends up having a lesbian affair with the Lily Tomlin character to get out of prison.
To get out of prison.
Right.
It happens, too. That does happen in prison.
I've heard.
Tell me about Joe Pub, the New York.
The Pap,
The
yes.
Pap,
Oh.
Joe Pap.
Right, they have, what they did, they made a cabaret, which is the best room in New York. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous
You
room.
mean the theater's a cabaret now?
Well, in the same beautiful building that they have right there down, below Astor
I see.
Square, Astor Place, they built a beautiful cabaret.
Oh, really?
And it's so great with tables and chairs and all on different levels.
How
And
cute. How many does a seat?
I think about 200.
Really? So it's not intimate?
Well, it is intimate the way it's done, or you can fit people at the bar. It's the way they've done it is such a genius room. And it's almost in the round, but not quite.
You did Mary Sunshine in Chicago?
I did.
Tell me about Mary Sunshine. That's a cute show.
Oh, I did, I played in the show Chicago. I played Mary Sunshine, and I was the second cover on Broadway for two years, but I never went on. It became a running joke.
So you ran the national tour. You did the national tour.
And then I went on the national tour, the first national touring company.
Was it fun doing that show?
I loved it, but I need doing the same show over and over and over. And when you are in such like a big Broadway commercial show,
Right.
there's not really room for ad-libbing, and and I like to have a good time.
You
and
like to ad-lib.
It was different. I do. I like to act in the moment, and I still am very scripted, but I like to. I like to veer if I want
How
to.
about
I need
TV,
to.
Varla? How about TV? When you have to have a script on television.
I got a couple things in the works.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, but you do a lot of TV. You've been on
I do.
and all that.
Well, I've done lots of little things, but I'm hoping, for a big thing.
What do you mean by a big thing? I mean, Vyra Merman,
We'll see, But a lot of things are coming my way, so it looks good.
What has been the hardest for you being what you are doing now, Vyra Merman? What has been the hardest for you as dressing up as you are? Has it been hard for you?
It has, because
You get people,
especially
yeah, go ahead.
you get two types of a lot of the guys that I'm attracted to. Also, most people don't even know that out of this, no one ever has any idea that it's me. Never.
When you're out of drag.
Right, and I find that gay men especially have this really horrible stereotype
They do.
towards people who dress in drag.
They do.
And they just automatically assume that you are a certain type of person, and they're very,
But
sometimes
those are
I
the
think-
young gays.
The young,
The young
yes.
gays, the very young.
Well, I found that in England, too, that people were not that way. I think it's really sort of an American, and I'm sure it'll catch across the world.
It's
So I'm
only
going to go to Europe
it's
quick
only-
and
it's
find a
only here in
man.
America, yeah. Because years ago, people liked the drags, you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was,
people are
you
very
know,
weird about, this whole thing about this kind of faux masculinity now that I think people, are trying to compensate for the years of their life. Maybe they were called sissy and things, and now, trying to be strong and tough and not
Were you
have
ever a
anything to do.
sissy boy when you were young, would you say?
Oh, yes.
But big as you are, were you a sissy boy?
I was when I was really young, but I learned quick in Louisiana that, you don't function. So, I started playing football and doing all that.
You did play football?
I did. There were some
Really?
hilarious
Did you drive a
pictures of
truck and all that?
No, my parents wouldn't let me behind a wheel of a car.
But I got another clip of you singing this wonderful song, and I think you close this number with...
I do. I bring this back in this year's show.
This is a good number, and I
thank
loved
you.
it. I thought it was very, very touching. I like to show this clip with my audience.
Oh,
it's
great.
a wonderful, wonderful number.
They're all but gone. There was a time when madness could mean genius. Now being off the wall, well, you guys, it's frowned upon. If you're a lunatic, well, people think you're sick. You're unbalanced, you're unsettled, you're unsound. Everyone's obsessed with acting normal. Well, for once, why don't we give in to this crazy world we live in and act insane, or completely lose your brain. Try to let go of reality and go against the grain. Do jetés down the street with chicken bones tied to your feet. And no one will come near you. In fact, they'll probably fear you. Lose your cool, lose your head. Shout out, Joanne Worley's dead! And no one will expect you to explain. Speak of world destruction and alien abduction. Act insane, act insane, act insane. Make no sense, get intense while you arc with offense. And if you're charged with murder, it's an excellent defense. Go berserk off the beam, let out a piercing scream. Blame the problems that you're having on that goddamn window. Come on, try some bacon in the nude. I know you're one too short of a train. Go on, go off your rocker. Insist I am Betty Crocker. Act insane, give the belfry that's free reign. Act insane, act insane, act insane. Don't conform, give a hoot. Act as crazy as a coot. Tell the cops that HR Puffin stuff has murdered Freddie the Flute. Tell your boss to beware of the big pink dancing bear. Act wacko, weird and wide-eyed, wear your panties on the outside. Be obscene, spread out threats, then blame it on Tourette's. Converse with drivers and be profane. Go on and drool and tremble, try to act insane, act insane. Go and dig out Audrey May. Go too far, be bizarre, claim you're the daughter of a czar. Never ever flush a toilet, store your waste in mason jars. Eat five, lunch, and they'll know you're out to lunch. Preach apocalyptic sermon. Blame your mother's a Merman. Be a nut, be a loon, desecrate a Disney tune. Admit your rationale, really insane. Go flip your wig, but not mine. I'll build a Jodie Foster shrine. Act insane, act insane, act insane. Good night.
Wow. That number is like Eva Tangaway. I don't care, right, Margie? Isn't it, Marge? It's like, I don't care. I love that number. That's a great number. Who wrote that number?
Well, I wrote the lyrics to it. It's a parody of a Disney song.
I think it's great.
Oh,
It's a fun number on stage, and
Thank
you're having
you.
a good time with it. Tell me, you're going to be signing things around town or
I
appearing?
am. Well, I have my new CD
Uh-huh.
called The Very Worst of Varla Merman, which was a show I did here last time. And I'm going to be at Don't Panic on November 17th, which is a Saturday, from 3 to 4, signing.
Signing, and everybody will be there smiling
Let's
at
hope.
you. Yeah, they will. I'll be signing my books, too.
Oh, good. We're both.
Tomorrow, matter of
have
fact, I
writer's
can't
cramp.
tell it, but that's where I'll be signing. I have a book out, too. It's called
I know.
The Boy with the Betty Grable Legs. Look at
And
this.
the billboard.
You like the billboard? Oh, and Sunset. Look at my cover. That's my cover, boy.
Fantastic.
It's doing well. But tell me about your date. How long you're going to be in town for? How long
I'm going to be here till December 2nd.
Uh-huh.
We're Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Ooh.
Every
It's so
night,
good.
8, 8, and 7. 7 on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And we're here until December 2nd, but not on the 23rd through 25th.
And I understand you're donating a lot of money to people and helping people and the firemen and all that. I understand that. That's very nice of you, Myra.
Well, we did a great benefit for Elton John's AIDS Foundation when we were over there, which was a
That's
great
great.
success.
You're
And
such a giving
they brought,
lady.
Oh,
You really
please,
are.
no. I'm so fortunate to be able to do this. So.
Yeah. But you know something? I look at my book saying you know, sissy boy growing up and stuff, and you know, the gays today, they have it made, the young gays. They do.
Oh, I'm
I'm going back. They have it made now, Varla, the young gays, because they get away with murder, it seems.
And they've never had to hide. They don't know what it is like really to
let it open, to be themselves. Right. You know what I mean?
It's pretty amazing. And the people that really had to work for that to happen, I mean, that's why it makes me so upset that people don't know some of these celebrities and things that really that molded gay culture, and these people who are just forgotten, or people who have helped the gay movement in so many ways. And now it's just assumed that you deserve rights, and yes, you do, but somebody had to work for you to get
You're darn right. Quentin Chris.
Exactly.
And Skippy Lowe. I've always been flamboyant. I've always been myself. You do what you are, and you don't go, you know, I don't, you know, I've never been any, but I feel sorry, but not sorry, no, I just think your mother knows. Look, I'm going to tell you, your mother knows. My mother knew. She never discussed it with me. I'll bet your mommy knows, and she will not discuss it with you.
That's probably it.
That is the truth.
And we've had discussions before, so, but they never turned out very well. No more.
No. I love your show.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I think you're just a great, great lady. Where would you like to see yourself, say, a few years from now, Barry? Where would you like to go?
Well, I would like to do television. And I would like to not have to travel around with 20 suitcases.
Is it tough for you to travel around? Oh, 20
oh
suitcases.
My gosh, it's terrible.
That's what it is.
With all the wigs and the makeup.
You're at the Gay Lesbian Theater, and I love it, and I think
Center.
it's great. It's a great theater. It's a wonderful theater,
Oh,
matter of fact.
fantastic.
It's so clean. It's so
I know,
crisp.
they keep it nice. And the people there are fantastic.
Are they?
And you don't have to lift a finger.
Who's your PR? That PR lady is
Caroline Medlin. Who could do a show without her in L.A.?
Is she English?
She is English, and she actually produced a show in L.A. and in London.
Did she
as
really?
well? So
As
and it did
the
really
one you
well.
did?
Yes. She's always, ever since she met me, she said, we have to take you to London. And finally we went, and what a huge success it was. So she's fantastic. Caroline Medlin.
I'm so happy that I've spoken to you today, because you are a delightful lady. I really,
thank you.
really
doll,
think
Skippy.
you're a great
Thanks for
talent.
having me.
And got to go see her. I think it's a wonderful show, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a new show, matter of fact, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're wonderful. Give my regards.